And because of that, and how much of a perfectionist and how much control I've had to have throughout my life, it's like I'm almost afraid to take control of the situation. Say, for example, dating. It's like I'm almost afraid to take control of the situation or be part of the control of the situation and allow being that vulnerable in a responsible manner. It's about all I can figure. Wow, there's a cold draft from somewhere. No. Somebody's here. Starting to see little images of body figures or flashes of, yeah, somebody's here. The only thing I do truly know is I have something huge to add value to this world, to be able to help this world. As with everybody. And I guess I kind of feel the weight of the world on my shoulders, but it's in an entirely different way. And I'm not saying that like it's an excuse. I've never felt this kind of pressured weight before. Because I'm actually patient. Contrary to what this sounds like. I'm actually withdrawn, quiet, reserved, subtle, intuitive, relying. I'm everything that I'm trying to be, that I've been working so hard to be. I started out and all I did is want the pain to heal, go away. And the new pressure is the fact that in most ways I am acting totally different. Looking at life in a totally different fucking manner. I've been afraid to talk to myself lately because for a minute I noticed my content was kind of starting to slip. Or at least what I felt in my eyes. And now that I look back on it, whether it did or not, I don't know. And I don't even remember what I was posting about. But looking back on it now, it was literally me, my ego trying to take over. Is this good enough? Is what it boiled down to. And what I had noticed was, because I've always talked to myself, verbally walking myself through things, like, all right, well, it's not like I'll be like, all right, well, I'm going to take out the trash, and then I'm going to go do this, and my lips are chapped, that's why I'm playing with them. and I'm going to go do that. No, it's like, I basically doing what ifs. Well, the more I started to grow, they weren't what ifs that I was working out in my head in the conversation. It was literally, I was envisioning sitting with somebody and talking to them. It's how I manifested 2 women in this very camper. And by women, I mean they were the spirits of these women. And I allowed myself to lie and manipulate myself that Katrina was one of them. I paused like that because what I'm going to end up doing is posting this, but bits and pieces, and I'm like, anonymity here. Anyway, I used to sit in this very spot right here because at one time I had my passenger seat spun around, so it was another seat, kind of like a living room area for people that I didn't have over. And out of nowhere, one night, there were 2 female spirits. And even though my driver's seat was facing forward, it was spun around. There was like a grandmother kind of vibe spirit over in the driver's seat. There was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman in this other one. Now, I did see a purple tattoo on her left shoulder. Katrina had a tattoo, and I'm not going to give details, but Katrina had a similar tattoo. Similar, it was not the same. But I spent many nights talking to this woman. And now I've done the same thing recently. What that did was it manifested in that bottom bunk and up on this top bunk here twice when I first bought this camper and moved in. It manifested a spiritual moment. I mean, there was no sex about it. It was intimate connection like I've never felt. Like I know there's somebody behind me. Calming. I don't know who it is, but it's calming. Reassuring, should I say. Anyway, here recently I started talking to another spirit, faceless. And I know a lot of the women that I meet now, they have qualities that are very attractive to me, and none of them are unavailable. And by none of them are unavailable, what I mean is they're all fucking available. My type, and it was one thing that I had to admit to myself, my type was broken relationship, as in taken, and I can be the knight in shining armor. And I didn't realize it until I actually sat down and understood why that was my fucking type. It was because they were emotionally broken. As in, I could easily manipulate them and already go on and pull those little heart love strings and be that guy that was ultimately the fucking best thing that ever happened until it come time to wake up and realize, yeah, that motherfucker's not growing. It's not an easy thing to still hear. I have admitted it to myself. And all these women, physically, no. None of them meet my standards. And I'm proud to say I actually have standards now. And I've also understood that I don't meet my standards just yet either. Hence why I have not necessarily met this woman. But also the fact I am afraid that there actually might be more truth to I can truly create this woman into my life. Because I know she's got dark skin, like I don't know what y'all fucking call it, but I just call it like it is. Black descent, African American. Call it how I feel. It needs to be said in the moment. But I know she's an African American. She's got beautiful fucking curly hair. Not big curls, those little curls. And I now know why, because I've always wanted those curls myself. And she's got, yeah. But anyway, I started talking to her. And what I realized is I was actually talking to a real spirit. And I had come to a point where I had to admit to myself I was relying on somebody else to emotionally walk me through what I was dealing with. And what I had to do at that point was, like, literally, I mean, don't get me wrong, the conversations were great, the depth within me was great, and my ego kept trying to tell me, dude, you do realize it's a figment of your imagination. So in essence, you are figuratively just putting a female version or image on your brain, or on this thought process, which is yours, and you're calling it another person, you're psycho. And it's like, dude, fuck off, I've done this before, I ain't buying your bullshit. But anyway, this woman helped walk me through a lot of my bullshit. And that's when I realized, and that's when I started to not speak out loud so much, was I did honestly feel I was relying on this spiritual woman to walk me through the darkness. So I started bottling up. And there for a minute it was beautiful, because I'm like, holy shit, I'm finding answers. Congratulations. I'm finding answers that I'd have never thought in a million years I truly would have been able to find. And it was a confidence boost. It truly was. But then it left me feeling alone. And then I had to understand, why do I need to feel validation of anything from anybody? Why do I need to feel comfort from anybody? And I had to just flat out, I don't give a fuck what science or philosophy or religion or anything fucking says. I don't give a fuck. My goddamn name is Bear, and I fucking want to hug a goddamn woman. I want to be fucking emotional. I want to be fucking crying. I want to be... That's what I fucking want. And it's even more beautiful the second, third time I say it. I'm talking myself down is what I'm doing. Talking myself up, should I say. I come to a lot of realizations lately. And a lot of them are, just hold on loosely, but don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. 38 Special. Saw them motherfuckers in concert. It was badass. Holding yourself accountable. Taking responsibility for everything in your life, whether you want to or not. You will find answers. You will find answers.